So in this video, I'm going to give you some concrete things you can do to declutter your mind on a daily basis so that you can be clear for your creativity and for creating with intention so that the brain isn't distracted and can focus on what it is you actually want. So if you missed last week's video, make sure that you see it because that's a very good video for going very deep in anything that's kind of triggered in our mind and kind of taking up a lot of space. For today's video, I'm going to get into practical steps that you can do that are easy, that you can implement into your daily routine, and that you will feel great as a result of that. Your energy will rise, and you'll begin to bring in more of what you want with more ease and grace. The first step, it's a very it's a strategy I learned through Julia Cameron, her book The Artist's Way, and that book is all about creativity and bringing out our creative self. Now, I've been a writer my whole life. I've been writing since I was a teenager, and writing is something that I enjoy and that I find super relaxing. I've always written at night as a way to sort of wind down the day. But when I discovered this strategy of Julia's, I tried her idea. And her idea, she calls it morning pages. And the idea is that you get yourself a big notebook or big pieces of paper, so A4 size in the UK, so the larger size. I think they're A3 in the US, but basically you want the big notebooks. The idea is that you want to have big ideas, and by having that space to clear out your mind, you'll allow the pages to fill up with some ideas that you actually want to create. And what you do with morning pages is first thing in the morning, as you're grabbing your cup of tea or a cup of coffee or hot water with lemon or whatever it is that you have first thing in the morning, you take your morning pages and you write down anything that's taking up space in your mind. So it could be anything like, I'm not sure what to wear today, what shall I have for breakfast, anything. You're literally offloading any of the stuff that you woke up with onto the pages. So it could be stuff from the day before, it could be stuff that you have to get done that day, it could be something that you have to get done that week, that month, whatever is on your mind, whatever's troubling you, whatever's perplexing you, whatever you're wondering about, whatever you're trying to solve, anything that the to-do list, anything. You have 3 pages to brainstorm whatever is coming out naturally from your system. And what you will find by doing these morning pages on a daily basis is that you'll be unraveling things. So the way it worked for me, why I got so hooked to these morning pages, is because I would write down all the things I needed to get done. And I found that when I wrote them down, they actually got done, and they got done very easily. It was almost like I just put it out there to the universe that I need to get this done. And because the brain can then focus on this project that you have, it begins to orchestrate ways and ideas for you to get it done very efficiently and to take you straight to the end result. Because the brain is, it loves focus. I mean, the brain will deliver whatever we're thinking about. So if we're spending our time thinking about what we're worried about, we're going to manifest that by default. So we want to get very conscious on what we're giving the brain. But for the purpose of these morning notes, feel free to write whatever. So write your troubles, write what's on your mind, just get it all out, because you'll free flow ideas to how to solve certain things. And sometimes not, sometimes just the idea of like offloading it will clear it in your system, and you'll feel better going forward. You can see there's some hair coming up from one of the sides. Okay, so morning pages is a fantastic way to just declutter your brain and start your day clear. The second thing is that decisions take up energy. And the way it works is that our day begins with a certain amount of energy. We have like a supply of energy, and the brain, our neocortex, our more evolved brain, the decision-making brain, etc., it uses up the most energy, essentially. So what we want to do is we want to get the important stuff done as early on in the day as possible, because if you leave some of the big decisions for later on in the day, so for instance, if you leave your nutrition decision for, you're going to figure out what to have for dinner when you get home, by that point you've expended so much of the energy that the brain can't think in a clever way, and you're going to end up eating whatever is in front of you first because you're hungry, and that the supply of energy has actually been used up on other things during the day. So what you want to think with that is you want to cut out as much of the decision making as possible during your day. So you want to have routines, morning routines, evening routines, certain routines in place that take out any decision making energy so that you're clear. You know, even a decision to go to the gym, for instance, should I go, should I not go? That takes up energy. Just make a decision. I go to the gym every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. That's the way it is. No decisions on that. I make videos on Tuesdays. That's the way it is. On Tuesdays, I make videos. You know, and so then you get into, there's no shall I, shan't I, which is really quite exhausting and quite energy draining. So I would say start getting clear on your morning routine. What do you want to do first thing in the morning? I'll make a video on my morning routine and how I start my day, because I know a lot of people are curious as to how to start a day in a very intentional way. And I've shared some morning meditations and visualizations in my free goodies on the site. You'll get when you sign up, you get a free guided visualization which helps you start the day. 10 minutes, beautiful music, and very laser focused on your great ideas of creation, what you want to create, and your health, and your wealth, and your love, and your self-expression, which is your creativity. So I love that. That's one of my favorite visualizations. So if you haven't grabbed that, make sure you do on rania.world. And that's it. So as you start to clear your mind, you'll start to want to clear the environment as well. And we're moving into, spring cleaning and getting stuff cleaned in the house. So I'll do more on decluttering objects and paperwork and even technology. But for today, I wanted just to get you started with, or continue rather, the decluttering process of the mind. And like I said, if you missed last week's video, make sure to go back and watch it. It's called How to Get What You Want, 2 Steps. And I talk about any block that's in the way, and that's where you have to do a bit of deep decluttering. And it's a good idea to do that first and then get on with the maintenance and the daily decluttering, which is what I'm sharing in today's video. So I hope this is helpful. I hope it serves you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next week.